journey of the 5th edition. Join our various gaming groups as we play the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And maybe just hang out and chat about gaming in general. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
So everybody ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why are you so worried? There's a rock quarry full of half-orcs and orcs. I mean...
And you said why I'm worried.
The key phrase in there was full.
I mean, you guys have the advantage.
How?
Surprise.
Unless you're gonna give us advantage on every single roll, I don't see how we have an advantage.
Well, you'll have advantage on the first roll at least.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I mean, it all comes down to what tactics and techniques you want to use.
Okay, oh glorious hobgoblin leader, tell me what to do so we don't die. And then if we die, it's all your fault.
Yeah.
Wow, that's putting some stress on Tarkin there.
Why are we here?
Yeah. Guys, we're supposed to free our people.
A goblin and a hobgoblin and a bugbear walk into a rock quarry.
Yeah.
Ow.
That's it. That's the punchline.
Yeah, ow. We walked into it. Ow.
There's 4 of us.
3 of us right now. The other one's missing.
We got Tarkin.
That helps.
Oh,
tiny bit. You get the bird's eye view. Woo.
Just because you've lost Borf doesn't mean you're going to go down.
All I have to say is the only reason we didn't die in the last battle is because of our ranger, and now she's gone.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna be like way, way outnumbered.
Oh,
sneaky.
Fine.
We just gotta be the sneaky and release them, right?
Yeah, but yeah, sure, whatever.
I'm not very confident about this.
Well,
but it'll be fun dying.
And we technically have the human too, so.
Oh, that useless man, right?
He doesn't even have a weapon, right?
I don't think he was captured by the half-orc things too, so it's just...
He totally has a weapon. He's got his rapier. He's got his wit.
Yeah.
He's got his own character sheet. I mean, come on.
Okay.
See?
Hey, I'll do whatever the hobgoblin tells me to, because that's how we roll. But I'm just saying it's not looking good.
Yeah, I'm with with the bugbear on this one.
I mean, you guys have your wits.
I have a wit somewhere. Not sure it's with me at the moment.
I have my whip.
Well, then we have a way.
If there's a whip, there's a way. Okay, so as last we left off, you guys got to the quarry where the goblins told you the orcsises were, mainly because you tracked that wounded wolf that you cleverly let escape so you could track its trail. That was super clever, by the way. So you guys came to the quarry and, you kind of got a nice overview from the nice little tree line perched there of what the quarry looks like.
Oh, yeah,
There's a bunch of different orcs hanging out there, you know. You realize
So
that
when
it's
you say bunch, how many is that?
you see
Ooh.
roughly about 8 orcs. Depending on how long you guys scout out the place.
Yeah. Well,
I would
Bobby.
like to scout out the place until there's none.
Then you all die of starvation in the woods. Because you don't have your ranger to keep you alive either.
See? Wait.
I think I do all right with survival. Oh, no, not this guy. Never mind.
Oh, wait. How is my survival? Hold up.
I have an okay survival.
It's okay. It's not the best.
So I forget, what time of the day did we end up here?
It is my best.
You guys showed up a little before, like 4-ish in the afternoon, so it's still nice and sunny. The shadows are nice and, you know, starting to grow into the quarry, you know.
All right. I suppose we'll observe until sun starts to go down.
Mm-hmm.
When the shadows are getting long,
so that we have the
I'll hide
advantage.
my big ass body.
And pathing down from where we're at, which way do we have to go?
So basically,
I cannot find my token.
Oh, none of your tokens are on this map yet.
Okay, good.
Mainly because I totally got another cool map if you want to use that instead. But if you want tokens on the map, I'll give you tokens in the tree line. Here we go. Brow! There's tokens in the tree line. Nix and Barf went off somewhere and they disappeared. You've got your buddy there. You've got your friend there. You guys are all overlooking the quarry. You notice these orcs have a cave down inside here. So let me squiggle on a cave real quick. As there's a nice dark cave right there.
Where?
It's the big gray box.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay.
Give it a definition and outline so it looks totally unnatural. See, look at that. And there's that horrible little water pond that's probably barely safe to drink out of. And you definitely notice the orcs, you know, give me a perception check with advantage for whoever is the most observant and wanting to watch these orcs before I tell you much about them.
I have a +3.
I'm a +0, so.
+2. Nice.
And you have advantage.
Ooh.
All of your friends are helping you. Look at that.
Yep.
So with your 22, you notice that they're obviously keeping the slaves in this cave down here.
Mm-hmm.
And from where you're on, you know, up here, as all of a sudden these two disappear into the woods. You notice the easiest way for you guys is probably going to be to come down this little ramp here. And there is a bit of a crumble where it's easy to walk down these layers there, or you could take the corkscrew path on the road.
Yeah, no.
Well, if we take the corkscrew path, we have to fight everybody.
Right.
And they'll
Nothing,
pop out.
I'm playing the game.
And if not, you can take the little disheveled, it's basically really rough terrain, you know, you'd hate to like biff it and roll down there. But, you know, it's totally nicer to take that rough terrain to, like, come on down.
Mm-hmm.
So how far? Okay. I see little tiny squares barely.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, from here to here.
What?
Yeah, see. Hold on.
So those squares, by the way, are not to scale.
Well, okay, well then, that's what I need to know. Would you tell me how far it is?
It's a bit of a, if you're wanting, are you wanting to see what it is to scale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, how long is it going to take us to come down this thing?
Bam. There's the map to scale if you want it to scale.
Wow.
Is this yellow thing the
landslide?
That's the wait. The yellow thing is the landslide?
Yep.
So then the cave is like right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct. Ooh, Brady.
Right there's the cave.
The landslide, where'd it go? Oh no.
Yeah.
Landslide will bring you down. Oh, sorry. See, this is why I mute myself most of the time, because random things comes out of my mouth.
So, yeah, we probably wait until dusk to go down, or first thing in the morning, either one.
I think the idea of, are orcs naturally nocturnal?
Orcs have dark vision like you guys do. They don't have a preference. I mean, they're diurnal. They can operate in the day and at night pretty okay. But
Okay.
you know that traditionally orcs like to do most of their raiding and stuff in the nighttime.
So, when would they be asleep?
From those really good observations that you're seeing from so far, they seem to work in shifts.
Ah. Why
And
be
it seems
smart?
like these guys are really smart and on the ball for orcs. I mean, that's definitely something that you guys are noticing. They're not the typical snorting, rutting, orcish orcs. These orcs seem to be very, very under control of themselves.
You said there was half orcs there, so that's why. Yeah, we just can't go in the dark of night because of our buddy.
Oh, right. The human.
So is he actually coming with us?
If you ask him to, I mean, you've yet to include him in the conversations other than he's sitting there and nodding at you guys like, yeah, this is cool.
I'm gonna go up to our, my brain died.
Your fearless leader?
Fearless leader?
Fearless leader. And be like, is he cool? Is he gonna help us?
Sure, that's my plan. Might as well.
Have you asked
with us till we get him where he's safe, so.
Just travel with him all over the world, pretending not to go to home.
I'm going to take that off because it covered the lines, and that annoys me.
Okay. I would like to also go up to Human and be like, what are you good at?
And he's like, well, since you're asking, I'm good at many things. I mean,
combat.
Well, I am proficient, and he pulls out his rapier and he starts waving his rapier around. I'm proficient in the rapier.
Okay.
How do you sneak? Or do you sneak?
Can you sneak?
I mean, I guess I can sneak as good as the next fellow.
He goes last.
Well, before
I'm
we
totally
can get you
saying
home,
all of these things, by the way.
Yeah, before we can get you home, we must free our kindred. So, if you will assist.
I will gladly assist my good friends. And he kind of like pats you guys in the back like, yes, we're good friends, right?
Yes, we're very good friends. You help us, we be friends.
Alright. So, I will send Tarkin down, kind of bouncing around and just kind of doing crowish stuff, bouncing around, looking around, down in through here.
Caca, caca.
And then come back and get a report of any additional observations that might be seen.
Okay,
so my 22 is not good enough for you, huh?
Well, can you see down and around the mouth of the cave and stuff? Probably not.
So how in depth is he going to be getting with going into the cave there?
Well, not into the cave, but just where you could see kind of into the mouth of the cave and stuff. You know, just looking like a standard crow.
Come running over to the water to drink from it.
Yeah, a little water, just kind of bouncing around, beating on some bugs or whatever and stuff so you can kind of see what all might be seen.
As he kind of like looks around, you see, I'm still looking for a picture for the workers. Since they're kind of working on milling this area and pulling stones out of the area because, rocks are hard for dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
What in the hell
What's that?
are those things? Are those people?
Those are people.
What? They look like potatoes with a stick on them.
Those are wolves or guard dogs.
Oh, now I see it. Jesus, I had to blow it up to 170%.
Yeah, they're
Oh
Oh,
no. Oh no.
they're definitely a little funky there.
It's because they technically should look like
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But since they just got put on the map, they're squished.
Yeah, okay. But you can put them back to normal size now.
They're less scary when they're normal size.
Yeah.
And with Tarkin's observations, you definitely notice that the orcs in charge kind of like have little wooden whistles on their necks, and they kind of blow those whistles, and the dogs totally follow their directions.
Huh.
It's almost like Borf should take a lesson from these guys.
So it appears to just be the 4 of them down there by the cave mouth.
Yep.
And where are... Okay, you're putting out workers.
Yep, putting out workers. Kind of working in different spots. They're trying to clear this little landslide that obviously the dwarves, once upon a time, were clearing out. And these workers are just a mixture of different races, but they're mostly human and goblins, it looks like.
Okay.
And it looks like that they chain these guys up 2 by 2. Looks like they manacle one of their legs or arms to each other.
See, there's 2 more party members right there at the top edge.
I don't know how effective they will be.
And of course, the orcs, they're kind of aware of the situation of what's going on. They kind of move around, They put their cups in the nasty water and drink right out of it.
Blech.
Give the slaves water right out of it too. Occasionally, you see them kind of like bark orders and have one of the dogs attack the slave just for giggles.
With
What the what?
I don't like them. Anaia doesn't like them.
So what are they using? Picks?
The slaves are using a mix of picks and hammers with chisels.
Okay.
And they are the crappiest looking tools ever. It looks like once upon a time they were the best tools ever. But it looks like they most likely found these tools and then just like chopped some fresh handles out of wood in a not perfect way. So that way, it's functional, but these guys could do so much work better, if they were given the right tools.
Efficiency? What?
Never.
Exna, should you be a traveling salesman selling better tools?
Do we have better tools?
You have a wagon full
I
of chopped
don't
wood and
think
some
so.
axes.
Oh.
Ooh.
So yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys pick up those 6 guys' wood axes?
I believe we did.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Everything up under the wood, if I recall the steps we took. That way it was kind of out of sight.
That way nobody would be thinking about taking it from you.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
So I have a plan.
Uh-oh.
The bugbear
But it
has
is
a plan.
the mind of a bugbear, so beware. So I say we have our awesome little face come down with our hobgoblin in the cart on this side. And da-da-da-da-da. And try to convince these guys that we should talk to these guys to sell our axes and bullshit. And then I will come down this way and tell these guys to shut the fuck up. and then maybe try to unlock their whatevers. I don't know if I can do that, but I
Their
can try.
shackles?
Their shackles, yeah. Yeah.
They're
And then
probably
we take
not
them on.
quality either, so you could probably break them.
I don't know. That's just a shot in the dark. Kind
And
of
you can
dumb
take the
because we
human
don't have
with you.
enough people. Yeah. See? I'll take the human with me, and I'll have a shield, and it'll be great.
My question is it a human shield?
We'll
Dot,
find
dot,
out.
dot.
So wait, who's going down on the wagon?
Me and you.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do that. We don't have to do that plan. It was just a suggestion.
Yeah,
It's just a suggestion from the bugbear.
Bugbear. I like
And
the
then I
style.
will be free to be sneaky.
It's like a solid 12% of a plan.
I have an intelligence of 10.
What if it was me and Tarkin that went over, and then you three go down the quarry,
And
and
then
while I
you have
distract
no protection if they attack you.
the sides running.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
But
remember,
you are a goblin.
and you're also the cleric.
But we don't want our healer to go kaput.
Right.
More importantly, they would like the healer within healing distance.
Well, then
An army of orcs between you and your wounded compatriot.
Yeah.
Ooh, what
I mean,
if
that's-
I go with the bugbear, and then
You're
you
the one
and
that has to
human-
convince them that we're selling them shit. Or
True.
we all go down this way and just sneak in.
Yeah, because
Either way, we're going to have to fight everybody in the quarry, either on the way out or on the way in.
Right.
well, hopefully we get in and get some free, then we have more forces potential.
Chaos and mayhem!
Chaos and mayhem.
But splitting, I mean, that puts part of our forces way over here and the
Ah!
other way over here. That's my only concern.
Yeah. So what if all four of us just go down the rock slide
Yeah.
and get into the
Pick up these
cave
two.
and not really worry about the orc on the outside or the enslavers until we get inside and see what's up?
Right, because then maybe we can come out with a ragtag army.
Mm-hmm. Or just leave as fast as we can and say fuck 'em.
Yeah. That sounds like
So what's
best
the...
plan I can think of.
My headphones aren't working right. Give me just a second.
Okay,
Okay.
shall we all take a quick 5 minutes to get beverages?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a quick 5 minute and get beverages. Because I need a beverage, so the timing was perfect.
Anaia is headed upstairs. I got these cool new Bluetooth Samsung Galaxy earbuds.
Oh,
And
really?
I'm still trying to configure which of the soft, whatever they're called, fit the best. And the ones I'm wearing are a little bit too big. So my earbuds, the bud keeps falling out, and it was loose anyway, and I went to talk to my son.
Change
And
out
when I
the
took it out, it
condoms on it.
was like Oh, because they're like, what's the word? They're smart, right? So they know that I took them out of my ear, so then I must want them to stop working. Because it came out of my ear. I'm like, what if it falls, or I just want one ear so I can hear?
They're
Come on
dubious.
now. Are we waiting for anybody else?
Nope, I think that's who we were waiting for.
All right. So, I suppose we will slowly, quietly work our way down. So, because we have to, come across, right? Kind of come across, and then from here, come down.
If you're wanting to take the approach of the landslide.
Yeah. So we will slowly,
I
quietly
missed part of our conversation, but Anaia filled me in and said, we're just going to go down the landslide.
Yeah, I'd rather stay together.
Okie dokie.
We separate. That's just never good. And
that's why you're in charge.
And if we separate and watch each other get slaughtered from each side of the rim, that would suck.
Just wave at each other. Hello!
But it was a cool idea, right, boss?
No, it would work. I would actually rather just go down all at once if we were trying that versus separating, but
then I think can't do my cool sneak attack.
Coming down that way, these other groups will take a while to hopefully get to us, so.
Well, while I was downstairs, I was like, maybe if you and I are on the cart, and then the other two are like sneaky close to us to make sure, but at one point you can't be sneaky.
Right.
At one point, the sneakiness has been lost.
Good. So I say we work our way quietly over this way as the afternoon starts to work on. We go slow and take our time.
What's this thing?
That's Tarkin.
That's Tarkin.
Oh!
That's my raven.
I cannot see today. Sorry. I've literally been struggling with my eyeballs working all day long.
I get it.
You've been doing homework all day long, too, so your eyes are a little strained.
Yeah, and I only had about 4 hours of sleep, if that.
That's about average.
So see, us gaming early works out in many regards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so the plan is to do some sneaky.
Yeah, sneaky
so.
over to here.
Okay, so I'm assuming, does our cleric want to do something first? Oh,
you want to look like a slave?
What?
You guys are sneaking. Cue the cleric. Is there anything you want to do?
Okay, you have a thing.
I had a thing. I don't know what clerics really do. I've never played one. What's happening?
Okay.
You probably have a cantrip, I'm guessing, is probably what
you're So I know it's been a while since we game, but remember you have that thing where you can touch a creature and give them advantage on stealth?
It's from your
skill check.
From your Trickster domain stuff.
Oh, Trickster, that's right.
Okay, hold on.
You may want to look at that before the stealth mission begins.
Blessing is starting to choose the
I just thought, I'd throw it out there before, stuff starts.
Not used to this. Yeah, it's there. That sounds like a great idea. God, I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah. Blessings of the Trickster.
So you guys basically you're at that point where you're looking down there, you're all ready to start getting all adventurous and shit, and you're just like Wolverines forever. Not really, but I like the Wolverines, so you're good. Old school, not the new school.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so can I do this to everyone? Is this a spell?
What does it say?
Nothing about that. Oh, wait, is there more?
There should be a little word you can click on, and everyone can see what you're looking at.
Blurb.
So basically, you can do it to one creature.
Right, but is it a spell that's gonna...
It's basically you channel you put a blessing on them, like a priest when they make the sign of the cross. Whatever your
So I don't
trickster
lose
god
any
sign
spell
is. Nope, it doesn't use a spell slot.
That's all I need to know. Cool.
And you can put it on one creature, and it lasts pretty much an hour or until you cast it on somebody else. So you can only have it on one creature at a time.
On the human.
You're going to cast it on Evrend?
That's his name? Oh,
That's
it's not
his name.
human? Okay. Since he is not naturally sneaky.
Well, I don't know. We haven't asked, but yeah.
I tried asking, and
you did, but you stopped inquiring after he said, "I'm good with a rapier."
He said that he was good as anybody else at sneaking, which means shit.
Yeah.
Because the only people who are good at being sneaky are people who practice being sneaky.
Yeah. I mean, I got a +2, but that's about it. So.
For the stealthy stealth.
So, cool.
Everyone okay with that? That I'm just going to bless him?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we all need to be sneaky, and he's just going to get captured, honestly.
Wow.
That's a shame.
If he doesn't, and, whatever.
Well, and if he's not sneaky and blows his roll, not saying that any of us are perfect, but he'll get us caught.
Yeah.
So much pressure's being put on him.
That's why she's helping him out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the blessing will probably just be, don't fuck this up. And off we go.
So you pat him on the back and say, don't fuck this up, and you guys start creeping closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and somebody give me a stealth roll with advantage since you're all working together. Or actually, each of you guys go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
And you can have advantage since you're working together.
Oh my god.
This is what the Trickster God does.
Wow.
Cool. I'll never help a human again.
Oh.
We're all right in the same
because
ballpark.
I have a +4.
It's figured into your die roll there.
Yep, it's got your +4 in there.
I know it does. I'm saying that that's how bad I rolled, even with the +4.
So with your human friend rolling a 9, our illustrious Hobgoblin rolling a 10, our Trickster Goblin rolling a 10, and our Bugbear disappearing from sight with her beautiful 13, because Bugbears are murder bears. You're pretty sure that you guys are making a lot of noise, with the exception of your Bugbear. Because
but they're picking and hammering and stuff, so...
Well, that's why you had advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you guys kind of come down in a bunch of, when you get that rotted granite when it turns just super crumbly, where you can literally pick the granite up and crumble it in your fingers with no actual strain, you kind of realize that this quarry is old and something may have happened once upon a time here that made the granite extra degraded.
Lovely.
As you guys are making a lot of noise. And what time are you waiting to head down this cliff?
Can we monitor for shift change?
I mean, if you wanted to stay overnight up there, you could.
Oh, it's that. Okay, no.
Yeah, it was 4 in the afternoon, so it's probably just as the sun's starting to cast long shadows and stuff.
6 or 7?
So you get that 7 o'clock where the quarry's going to be completely in darkness?
Well, shadows, not still still light out, but long shadows and stuff.
Okay, so like 6 o'clock, where it's still
Probably, yeah.
clearly daylight, but there's lots of shadows to creep and crawl in.
Yeah.
As you guys kind of creep there, and it's not that you guys are spotted per se, it's just that there's a small avalanche of dirt and rocks because all of you guys are trying to go down at the same time, and rocks are pinging off each other of you guys, and you clearly make this dust cloud, dropping the nice little 20 feet down that ledge in front of you guys.
Mm.
Yeah, random rock sight's probably not uncommon.
I mean, it could totally be a goat. What do you guys do when you... I mean, you all realize you created this noisy disturbance. What do you guys do?
Can I cast the thaumaturgy thing to make it seem like it? Yeah, like, I can do a small wonder and, like, make it sound like a goat just ran off.
That's a good thing to do. So you're just going to make, goat noises? Mysterious disembodied goat noises up above?
Yeah, like clippity-clop, bleh, or whatever they make.
The little bah!
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and cast your thaumaturgy.
Okay, I can remember. Do I just put the bubble in?
You can just click the spell so we can all see it, or you can just, say you're casting it and read it.
Oh, that's how.
Okay. So describe what you do.
I cut my hands behind on my mouth and go and whatever the noise makes, and make it sound like it's coming like
from up above where you just crawled down.
Yeah.
Okay, do me a favor. Give me a deception with advantage.
Deception.
I just want to see how good you can make goat noises.
Okay. Not great.
Wow.
Okay.
They're sickly goats.
Shut up.
Exactly how I did it in real life.
So, as you guys kind of like I'm assuming that means you're hunkering down to wait to see what reactions happen?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so there's the cluckery of the goat sounds up above, kind of echoes ominously through the darkness and stuff. It's funny because somebody just put themselves right on top of Nyx, where she was cloaked.
I hadn't moved myself at all, so I was just moving to try to.
So you
catch
can move
up.
yourself
Jeez.
down here below the ledge, by the way.
Oh, okay.
As you all made lots of noise and, Ragna is totally in concealment. The rest of you guys are like, wow, we made a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And, you guys can kind of see this group over here at the bottom of the quarry. They kind of like look off in the distance as there's just like, they kind of elbow each other of like, hey, I heard a thing over there. And they kind of look kind of lazily over in that general direction. As there's one of the wolves down in the quarry starts barking.
So you need to go get your dog.
Oh no, it's still daytime where she can be barking out there. But it's totally a wolf barking. As these guys seem super on alert, but the others seem to be busy watching the sleighs and watching the barking dogs down below.
Mm.
But these guys seem to be very intent looking in that direction. You get the feeling they're like, hey, if there's goats over there, we should go get dinner. So you see them like kind of cupping their eyes against these sunlight so they can, peer across the quarry there with you guys. So just be aware that they seem to be very observant looking around.
Yeah.
The goat has gotten them excited.
Good choice. Not. Oh well.
But it's far better than, getting yourselves caught.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys have creeped down there. What are you guys going to do?
So we hunker down a little bit. So can we see these two?
You can definitely hear them. They're basically kind of like stacking rocks to try to rebuild this wall here. So that way when it rains, it doesn't come pouring straight down into the quarry again.
So Tarkin will fly down near him there. Whoop, shit, lost him. There he is. And what do I see? I'm assuming I'm 100 feet.
Now you pop. Oh, well, you're easily within that. You pop, Tarkin over there, and you see this human and this goblin. They're kind of like struggling to work together. You see the goblin kind of slip a few times, but the human catches them and pulls them back up, and they kind of like give each other this like friendly pat, like thank you, because if you fall, I fall too. So let's not fall. As they're kind of like stacking rocks, and you see they stomp on them to make sure they're solid before they start moving onto those rocks to put some more rocks down. And they seem to not really know what they're doing, but they're kind of trying to figure it out as they go.
And they got like picks or something as well?
These two have one shovel between them.
Great.
Where they're kind of stacking rocks and then putting loose dirt and packing it down.
Alright. So he will come and he'll land like between them and kind of peck at the chain and be like kind of quietly like mimicking freedom comes and kind of pecking at the chain.
Okay, so do me a favor. Have Tarkin roll initiative real quick.
Initiative.
As this big, delicious bird lands next to this starving human and goblin.
Okay. Talking to him, but that's okay. Let's see. What is... Oh, he has it somewhere, I thought. Oh, there it is.
As the one monster I didn't have on my charts was a goblin. I'm like, I don't need no attack goblins. Oh, wait, I need an attack goblin. As the hungry little goblin is apparently weak and slow from starvation. So Tarkin immediately comes and starts to say what?
Basically, pecks on the chain between them and mimics freedom comes.
Freedom comes. Freedom comes. As immediately you see the goblin kind of like is ready to pounce and eat Tarkin's head. And the human kind of like, grabs the goblin by the scruff of his neck and says, Are you talking to us, little bird?
And purposely looks at both of them.
As the goblin's like, Blackbird's good hitting. Eat now before slave masters steal it from us. And the human just gives it this look like shush. Shush, Gezel, shush.
So he's like, well, recite freedom comes again, and then we'll fly off in our direction.
As the human kind of like does this whole looks in the direction as you hear some common yelling in common from these guards over here asking them what they're doing, and these guys over here are watching them and they're like, they're just playing with some stupid bird. They must be hungry enough to eat one. As they're totally thinking this is amusing that they would be hungry enough to eat some scrawny black bird.
I don't know how scrawny he'd be. Probably feed him pretty well. All right. So these guys are still kind of on alert.
These guys are definitely on good alert. These guys are only caring about what they see the slaves do. The important thing being Tarkin didn't get eaten.
Well, not like it kills him.
Having your head chewed off is still not fun.
Because once they killed him, he would evaporate to nothing, and then they'd be very upset.
And they'd be like, worst bird dinner ever.
I almost forgot.
What's that?
Those are nice.
Oh, your divinity.
Yeah, my portent.
A 19 and a 3.
You can put that 3 on the opposing team, right?
I can put it on anybody. Yep. I
Any
can put any
dice
of
roll
those
that
rolls
he
on anybody.
saw coming.
Yep. Yep. So it comes in very handy. So 19 and 3 is very good. Get both ends of the spectrum. All right. So they're still watching, so that kind of sucks. So what's our ranges here? So it's
So roughly each square is roughly about 20 feet.
okay.
I'm like, interesting. Where are you going with that one?
Well, yeah, you'll see.
Oh, goodness.
I got
Okay.
things. I got abilities and things. All right. Well, I guess we might as well. I mean, while still got the advantage and all that stuff, might as well start moving after a little bit of time. They look like they might be getting back to normal. We start making our way down towards these guys. Try stealthing again.
Okay, I fixed these squares, by the way, to give you the true distance if you're wanting that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying roughly 17 feet per square.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to try sneaking again as a group?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and do your stealth. I just
Make our
need
way.
half of you to succeed.
Alright. Piece of cake, right?
And because they're pounding and making noise and stuff, you guys do still have advantage.
Okay. Look at that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Stealthy stealth.
Dice are not liking him.
Clumsy human.
Same.
Wow.
Does the 13 work? It did last time.
13 seems nice and solid. And
That's
looks
half
like
of us.
our Hobgolin has got a natural 20, so a dirty 20, I should say. So you're
Yeah.
13 and the dirty 20. You seem to think you're not being noticed, especially with your noisy party members that you're like grabbing them and stopping them from making too much sound. You seem to think you're not being noticed. As these orcs kind of like, as you guys are creeping through the underbrush and stuff, the orcs get really close together. That does look kind of suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have crept a little closer.
What's that?
What's what?
That's his token for his goblin roll.
Everend is, of course, sticking back just a little. He's letting the cleric go in front of him.
They'll kind of snake up and ice side of them and and Goblin, I'll be like, we're here to free you quietly. Act natural.
Ooh. So you do the whole psst, act natural.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, so he seems to not give off any reaction, but he kind of jerks the chain towards him, and his human partner kind of looks at him like, oh, what's going on? It's time for me to get the next rock. And he kind of like whispers really quietly to his partner.
And what do these chains look like when Tarkin was down there with they pretty crappy?
It looks pretty crappy, but functional. I mean, you could totally ask Ragna to break one of these chains with her weapon, and if she rolled a 12 or higher, she could probably break them with just sheer strength, but they do look serviceable.
Okay. All right. Well, I would say we probably make our move. Whatever we do at this point, they're going to be seen, but I should be able to hopefully take down a handful of them.
Okay, so you're about ready to burst into surprise and do what you're going to do?
Yeah. Well, not make a big commotion, but I would say let them know Ragna's going to come up and sever the chains.
Don't scream.
I must have been talking to Damien when you said that, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright. So yeah, basically, with a fairly easy roll, you should be able to go up with Ragna and break their chain with your weapon.
I don't want to do that.
Why?
Because then I won't get my plus 2d6 damage from a surprise attack.
Who are you going to surprise attack at this point?
My plan was to continue hiding until they got to the point where we could attack them. It's the only thing I can do. I can only do it in my first turn in combat.
Are we
And I
attacking
can't do it at all.
the slaves?
No, we're freeing the slaves.
Okay.
Can't somebody try to lockpick it or something using Dex?
Does someone have thieves' tools?
No.
Nope.
I'm looking.
Because it's going to be a while before any of these get to us to be able to attack in the first place.
Nope. No thieves' tool.
I mean, I don't see us sitting here until they all gather up on the ridge to have you jump out and surprise attack.
Because the map will change.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll just do what the Hobgoblin says.
I mean, I don't, unless you have some other way you see it, I don't see how how you're going to get that attack off in this situation.
Because once you get into the quarry, they're going to see you.
Yeah. I mean, if we wait until they call the alarm and all start charging us, and you wait to jump out, there's going to be too many of them on us at one point at that time.
Does a 15 hit the chains?
That's the tree lines, by the way. So you're going to run up there between these two guys and whack the chain?
Yes.
Okay, which square are you going into? As Ragnar's just like, you want me to cut the chain instead of the leg off?
We're helping both today.
And if it helps on the slaves that are goblins, I will put a green dot on them.
Ah, okay.
In case you want to kill the not goblin slaves.
No, not with the human there. We need to go ahead and free all the slaves today.
Okay, so Ragna goes up there. She lifts her mighty... Now remember, you do have a reach, so you don't have to be right adjacent to him. You could step back one square if you wanted. Okay, and you lift up your mighty great sword and you bring it down on their chains, and you hear this definitive shattering of metal as the chains that bind them are freed. So go ahead and everybody roll initiative. Since shit's about to start happening.
Alright.
All kinds of shit's about to happen. Remember, click on your token before you click initiative.
Oh, right.
Or it'll mock you and not accept your number.
Yep.
That's all right, though. And am I missing Tarkin? I don't see Tarkin. Did you not bring Tarkin over?
I did not bring Tarkin over. Let me go grab him for you.
OMG.
You holding up everything for the little bird.
Hey?
I'm like, where did you
Come in
put
handy.
Tarkin
That
on
bird
the
is
map?
useful.
Yeah, hit him on the map. That's why he didn't come over.
Yeah. Well, he kind of flew away. There. Yeah, okay.
As all of a sudden, all the action is about to start happening. Da 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 da. And oddly enough, and it kind of catches your attention by its pure randomness, that as soon as she burst out of the tree line and cut these guys' chains free, you notice these orcs over here seem not surprised at all. They knew something was up, and
Right.
they immediately, the boss, one of the three, pulls out a horn and goes, and like everybody looks their direction and then looks around for dangers. We then see Ragna standing right there chopping the chain. Does she want to jump back into the tree line, by the way, as the rest of her movement? Or does she want to stand out there loud and proud?
Is the tree line the little green squiggle?
Yep, it's
Yep.
the green squiggle. Okay, so you ran out there, chopped the chain, and ran back into the tree line. Okay, so immediately we're going to have some orcs trying to find out what the hell's going on here as they're looking around. Because these guys were totally unaware of it. And they're totally getting their weapons ready and kind of moving cautiously but not crazy fast. And these guys... they saw danger, so they're willing to travel a little further. So these orcs are going to go this direction. They want to flank you guys. And these two start cracking their whips, trying to intimidate the folks, and they have their dogs. They kind of like blow their whistles, to tell the dogs to be on guard. As one dog goes to these guys and one dog goes to these guys. On their turn, they will at least. And these two kind of like are looking like, what's going on? And what's Tarkin going to do?
So he will
Caw-caw, caw-caw.
fly down near these guys and be like, freedom coming.
Freedom coming. Caw-caw, caw-caw.
Fight.
Okay. So immediately these guys are kind of like, hey, what's going on? With Tarkin there. As they're kind of like scrambling up. Let's see how far they can go scrambling on this difficult terrain. Okay, so pretty much there and there's their movement. As they're kind of like holding, they're thinking this is the moment of freedom. As they scramble up here. And these guys, so that's going to be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to be running, and the human's running away from you guys. He saw the human, and then he saw the non-humans, and then he's like, oh, okay, I'm out of here. And the goblin
Wait,
one...
that's the goblin.
Oh, you're right. Switch that. Human, and the goblin's going to run over here, and he basically like turns around, and he's kind of holding the nub of his chain like it's a mighty weapon.
We must free our brethren.
And he's like, no, we must flee. The orcs will beat us or bring their master.
We must help all that we can escape first.
And of course, these three guys stop working and look, and these two guys kind of get closer away from the whips and the wolves. And these two guys are just kind of like slowly walking away from the cave entrance for some reason and looking up like, what's going on up there? Because, of course, there's like 10-foot wall and 10-foot wall and 10-foot wall of whatever's going on up in this area they can't see. So, Exna, what are you going to do?
I want to hide.
You have the ability to hide or disengage as a bonus action.
Yeah. Just trying to read all the things to see what I could do.
Yeah, some of them might be hold action for a bit,
Yeah.
until they get closer, but...
And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Please follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/CPPN to never miss a show or stream.
Hello, this is Eric.
And Wendy Strog with Stone Valley Hobby and Games.
We sell board games, card games, role-playing games, and supplies. We have thousands of Magic the Gathering cards available, carry Kickstarter products, and work with veteran-owned small businesses to bring you our own line of products.
We are a small business retailer, but we offer competitive prices, a loyalty system, and free shipping on orders over $100.
As a military veteran myself, I'm a strong supporter of our armed forces, their families, and contractors out there doing the hard job. So any order from an AA, AE, or EP address will be shipped absolutely free.
Remember, StoneValleyGames.com, where we take your leisure seriously.